everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Faces of Founders. Today we have Founders College Fellow Joanne Huy. Thank you so much for coming today on the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Thank you. So what is your academic program and what year of study are you in?
Yeah, for sure. I'm happy to share. So right now I'm in my first year of my Master's of Leadership and Community Engagement program. That's through the Faculty of Education here at York. And I graduated in my undergrad is actually in a Bachelor's of Environmental Studies. I graduated in 2015 and I specialized in environmental management. This was through the Faculty of Environmental Studies, which is now known as the Faculty of Environmental and Urban Change.
Do you have any or when you were studying environmental studies or even now, do you have any certain environmentalists that you particularly look up to in the public sphere?
Yeah, I really like the work that Jane Goodall is doing. But to be honest, I really appreciate environmental educators in general as a whole, as a community. One of the reasons why I took environmental studies at York is because of the influence through my grade 12 environmental studies teacher,
Wow.
which recommended the program to me. And I really appreciated, the insights that she provided and the current encouragement that I've received and the issues and solutions that she really helped open my eyes to and the possibilities that could come out through the program and environmental education.
That's amazing. She inspired you for your whole undergrad and your last year. Pretty cool. Had some inspirational teachers, but never inspired me to actually do a specific degree. So that's really cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You seem like you really had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Okay, what are your favorite things about going to school at York?
Definitely the people that I've met and also the friends that I've made through my time at York. I really appreciate the community that I was part of. And a lot of the friends that I've connected with and made, I still keep in touch with today. And I really attribute that towards my experience of being involved through Founders College. As many may know, Founders was my home away from home, and I'm sure it was the home away from home for many. I actually was a commuter student, so it was really nice being able to have a communal space, communal place where you can connect with others on your downtime, get involved through student council, through intramurals and all that kind of stuff. I definitely wouldn't be the person that I am today without the interactions that I've made and the memories made with the people that I met through the college. But also beyond as well, I think York was very inviting as a community, even outside of Founders as well. But definitely being a part of Founders in my student days as an undergrad was one of my highlights for sure.
That's phenomenal. So, if you don't mind sharing, what kinds of activities did you do? Or would they be the intramurals and the student council? Were you part of those? Because you gave them as examples. What was some things that are involved with the college?
Yeah, for sure. So first off, I attended orientation week, which was really fun. I came in as a grade 12, pretty shy at that point, not knowing, anyone that was, in at York. Well, I did know one person that I really thank for her encouragement for getting me involved through the college. She really encouraged me to get out of my comfort zone and attend orientation week. And I'm really glad that I did because I had a blast. So orientation week was really fun. I met a lot of friends through there. I also was involved through student council. I started off in my first year with council as a um, I think assistant director of finance. And then, no, sorry, that was my second year. And then I got involved as the president of Founders College in
Oh, wow, I
my
didn't know that. Okay,
fourth year.
nice.
Yeah. So I was involved as the president of Founders College in my fourth year. But throughout my 5 years at York, because I took 5 years instead of the traditional four. I was always involved in the college life. So that includes going on trips with Founders College. That includes participating in intramurals. I fondly remember playing the basketball, European handball,
European, cool.
broom ball
Wow.
late at night with the community and competing against other colleges. That was really fun. And also working with the I guess it's called the Office of the College Head now, but working with the Office of the College Head as a work study student. Yeah, so I did that as well. I did that in helping out with orientation, so helping out prepare the materials for that, and I was also a room monitor for the Haberman room. I think in my 5th year. I don't remember. It's all blending together, but yeah, it was really fun.
Extraordinary. That's a lot of stuff. That's
Yeah,
great. And the sport, would you did you have like a favorite one that you liked a lot?
I had a lot. I guess my fondest memory was okay. So tell me how I ended up being the goalie for broomball, and it was super super intimidating because it's a super fast paced sport, and I ended up being goalie on the last sort of game, and unfortunately, we didn't win, but I left feeling like a winner because it was a very challenging game. And, but at the end, it was really funny because we were playing against another college. And then at the end of the game, after we lost, the entire team comes over and starts rushing me and cheering me on. And
Wait, your team, right? Or the
yeah,
other?
our team.
Okay,
Yeah, the
cool.
founders team. And it was really interesting because I've never felt that like support before. Like I was feeling really nervous and really anxious because I kept letting all these goals in because I was the goalie and it was really tough. But it was such a heartwarming experience just to see, even though we left feeling like winners because we all tried our hardest. And it was really funny because we really confused the other team. They were like, "What's going
Oh,
on?
they
Like, you
thought you
guys
won.
lost." And we're like,
Yeah, you
"No, we
actually
didn't win,
were.
but we had a really fun game." And it was just really sweet for the team to organize that. Yeah.
That's amazing. I never played broomball, but looks like it sounds like you had a lot of fun. So that's
Oh,
great.
you should. You should. It's really challenging, but really, really, really fun. Really fast paced.
Oh, cool. Thank you for sharing.
Mm.
Um, so you also work at York. So what aspect of your job do you cherish the most?
Yeah, so I currently work at York as an alumni engagement officer. What I really cherished the most was helping to inspire and cultivate meaningful engagement for York alumni to stay connected and reconnect with the university and each other, and to help support current students. I think it's really important for alumni to support each other, but also help foster student success. And that can take place through facilitating opportunities for networking, for mentorship. Um, it could also help with recruiting students to come to York and also outreach as well. I think this is really important. And I really cherish this because I find that, you know, there is a lot of strength and influence in our community and other people. And there's a way to get each other to support each other that goes beyond, you know, the value of money, right? Like passing
Mhm.
on your time and your expertise, your experiences and lessons learned in the past to the next generation, I think is something that is invaluable.
Yes, and do you have any programs that you're running online right now? If you want, you can talk a little bit about them to inform the students that maybe don't know about them.
Yeah, for sure. So, what I manage for the alumni team is our alumni networks. Beyond my role as a alumni engagement officer, I started off after I graduated as one of the executives for the Founders College Alumni Network, and our alumni networks. They are volunteer-led alumni groups that run events and initiatives for other alumni and current students. And they are really, divvied up into a variety of different sort of categories. There's some that are related to colleges. So you have like the founders one, you'll have
Mhm.
like a Stone College one, but
Okay.
there's also program-based related ones as well. So you might have one for public policy. You might have one for the Masters of Planning group, let's say. They're all really led by volunteers to help support other people. So that's sort of what I manage, and I help our volunteers run initiatives. And some of the initiatives they would do is, in before COVID, it would be sort of like a networking social or a speed networking event. Obviously, that had to translate online, so we are running a couple of those um, via Zoom. Um, and we they also help like sending out newsletters just to get alumni to know what's going on within the community and also what's happening on at York to provide them with that updates. That's sort of what I help with as well. In terms of a program that I would encourage both alumni and current students, or at least upper year students, to get involved in is through the Gratitude program, which is run by our office. It's a really great series of you have like an alumni sort of speaker, and then the speaker talks about a particular topic. So the topic could be how to boost your LinkedIn page, let's say, or
Mhm.
how to network with people online, or if you're buying your first home, these are sort of tips that you might want to consider for your first home. The gratitude program is really great because it's open for young grads, so those that recently graduated, but also upper year students are also welcome to attend as well. And they often have virtual networking sessions that both groups are invited to attend. I think it's on a monthly basis as well. And all that information is on the Alumni and Friends webpage
That's quite a
too.
lot of programs. So students, if you're interested, please do join.
Yes.
They,
We'd love to see you there. And if you have any questions, you can always send me an email. My email is johui@yorku.ca. I'm happy to help answer any alumni questions you might have, or
thank you
program questions.
for providing that. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. See, all the programs, or some of them at least, have went online on Zoom. So take advantage of that as well, because I mean, if you're not able to attend these in person and it's hard for you to attend in-person events, then yes, please do take advantage of the Zoom events.
Yeah. And the thing too, I just wanted to add too, is
Sure.
that it's one of the really interesting things is sort of the creativity of the job. And one of that is becoming, helping other folks find creative ways to engage their community. So we don't always do um, events that everybody has to be online at the same time. There could be asynchronous events that you can participate in as well,
Oh,
where you
okay.
don't have to actually join in on a Zoom call. That's not your thing. We have an alumni book club that is also open for students to attend. So if you're interested in reading books and participating in online forum discussion, that's something that you can also check out as well. And that's one of the examples of an asynchronous event that I help support.
Very cool. So book readers, there's an option for you too. What advice would you give to students who want to succeed but who also want to maintain work life school balance?
Yeah, I think this is a really great question. And I think I really had the opportunity to experience this, but this is because I had a mentor that was
Mhm.
able to encourage me. So one of them would be to, get involved and to network and to get out of your comfort zone. And that's what I shared a little bit about earlier. But to be more specific for current students, I would encourage you to get involved with your student council, whether that's going out to events, taking advantage of the programs that they offer, participating in intramurals. That sort of break helps you, well, that sort of initiative helps you break off, sort of the things that you get, like the stress that you get from doing classes and stuff like that. Um, and it was a really nice sort of break for my mental health and well-being, and that also helped me uh, foster new connections with other people. Um, so I really recommend doing that. And I also recommend getting involved and taking advantage of the work study positions available on campus. I really found that really provided me with growth that I wouldn't have normally got just by, you know, going to classes. And I'm not saying that, I really encourage you, of course, to go to classes, but it's a different type of skill set that you would develop from work study positions. It's more hands-on. You can apply it to real life situations, or if you don't want to take advantage of the work study positions, get involved in experiential education opportunities that might be offered through your program. I wish I took advantage of that when I was a student. However, I unfortunately didn't, but I was able to get a positive experience through other avenues.
It's okay. You did do a lot. So, but yes, experiential education is a great way to get involved if you want like more hands-on experience. Um, I've never done it either, but I'm
Yeah.
sure it's great for people who want to get some work experience in the field that they like a lot and they really want to try it out.
I
Yeah.
really recommend it. And I think the thing is, because it's being offered through the university, whether it's co-op, experiential ed, through work studies, they really are, at least the experience that I had, they were able to help accommodate your school schedule, right? Like
Oh, fantastic.
a lot of people might be afraid, how do I balance work, this, and classes, but because it's offered through the university, if you are open in terms of communications and also your commitments, a lot of the times that I found, our supervisors and mentors were very, very accommodating in order to help you succeed, as a student.
Great. Great, great. Thank you so much. Well, what inspires you to study the subject field that you have chosen?
Yeah, and so I to be honest, my motivation really stems from my passion for meaningful community engagement and helping to transform lives and communities through learning. I think education was a very big factor in my upbringing. And to be honest, I'm very committed to lifelong learning. I think there's a lot of things to learn. I think there's always
Mhm.
opportunities to
Yeah.
grow. And there's a lot of expertise out there that you can, leverage, and also learn from. And that was sort of really the opportunity, well, sort of the inspiration behind choosing to pursue further education. So, to be honest, the start of my professional journey was really related to community engagement, sustainability education and youth empowerment. And from there, it delved into exploring working with other diverse groups for community engagement. So my first job, I worked for a national sustainability nonprofit, and I worked with kids from kindergarten to grade 12, but also educators as well. And I also worked with community organizations to help facilitate programs for youth-led action-based learning. And from then, an opportunity opened up where I had uh, the opportunity to
Mhm.
work with post uh, secondary students, so students in university, but also alumni as well. So I never, I wanted to explore working with that group a little bit more. So I made the jump from the sustainability education charity to working at York. And I really enjoyed it, and I continue to enjoy it. And this program opened up, and I thought it would be really interesting to take part of, because it's a professional program that is run in a cohort-based style of learning, and it also helps marry research, theory, and practice together. And also, one thing that was really enticing was the opportunity to participate in placements, which is something that I did not take advantage of when I was an undergrad. And because this program offers that, it's really exciting for me to apply for, and I'm grateful to be my first year for this.
Amazing. So I have an interesting question for you. Do you think that the online communities and internet that we have today, what do you think are the most beneficial aspects of the online community in helping youth and young adults get more engaged in social campaigns or things that help create positive change in the world?
I think being online really helps the opportunity for people to get more engaged because there's no boundaries set in terms of regional complications, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
people get to connect, at the comfort of their own home or
Mhm.
on their mobile. And I also think that one of the things that being online in terms of engagement helps sort of support and foster is, a faster spread of information that is to be shared, and sort of the ways that they can be shared creatively that is meaningful to both the person that's sharing the information, but also the audience as well. The reason why I bring that up is because we know with social media coming up, social media is up and rising. If not, it's pretty much mostly the main way that people are communicating
Yeah.
now, right? And a lot of youth and young adults, are probably on it, and it's really quick and easy for them to share the information, to get involved in campaigns, to send their links, to yeah. And then also, I think the interesting thing is, because it's done on social media, you really have to, condense the information so that it's easy to digest.
Mhm.
So I think that's really helpful for those that might not want to watch a full video or read an entire book or an article. Just having sort of that high level information, to be shared, I think is really, really interesting.
And then like in the matter of a night, something can just blow up so much, and you can have whether whatever it may be, a video or a post, and can get like millions of likes. Like things go viral, so your message could go viral. So, or maybe you might have to work at it. It depends, but either way, I think it's also great for help getting the word out about things and getting people informed. And you obviously have a greater reach now than you would, before the internet. Anyone can make an account and start anything that they want to start and
Mhm.
promote it and try to make a change, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, and I think the thing too is, like, because it's done on social media or online, it's a lot faster to have two-way communication, right? It's not just
Yeah.
one person sharing the information. The audience can, make a comment, share their
Mhm.
thoughts. They can send a DM or they can send an email. It really showcases how there's a greater chance for partnerships to be made as well. So let's say if like one organization is looking at another organization doing this and they want to get involved, it could be an opportunity for them to get together and to come up with uh, like perhaps solutions, a new program, let's say, empower each other, share information, share knowledge in order to solve an issue, and then and make change. So I think that's really interesting.
Thank you for sharing. Yes, and I really appreciate your views and that we kind of think the same for this. But thank you so much for taking your time to come on the show. It was an exceptional interview. I really enjoyed it a lot.
Okay, I just really appreciate the opportunity to share my information. I hope it's helpful, and thank you so much for doing this. And I can't wait to see the other episodes that come out too.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you all for tuning in again. We really appreciate it. Now we're on YouTube in case you didn't know. Please check us out there and have an amazing rest of your day and rest of your week. Thank you so much. Bye bye.